we're just happy everything was all right, man. I mean, niggas are dropping like flies, dog. I mean,
Yeah,
every time we turn around, there's another dead black famous guy or dead black semi-famous guy or some shit,
yeah.
some rapper.
Well,
Yeah, man.
X does carry the 50 cal. So
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal.
if I die, you can probably rest assured that at the very least, someone else has been shot. All
Good
right.
deal. Good
Yeah,
deal.
someone else has been shot.
Yes,
So,
that lovely Second Amendment that we cherish so much.
oh, yeah, especially down here. Because here,
Oh, Red
North
State Junior,
Carolina,
baby.
it's an open carry state. You can carry your shit like
North
Clint
Carolina,
Eastwood.
not
Yeah.
South Carolina. We're
North,
concealed carry in South
oh,
Carolina.
North Carolina, you can wear your shit on your hip. You can wear your shit
Beautiful.
on your pants leg.
Beautiful.
You carry your shit like Clint Eastwood or Charles Bronson, John Wayne down this. And guess what? I do it.
Good. Yes, sir. I got my shit has to be concealed. I
Yeah,
can't.
man.
But
Yeah.
I'm always carrying too, man. It's so
you run
dangerous
up.
out here, though.
When you run up, you're gonna see what you got to deal with when you run up.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna see it. So that's what you got to deal with when you want to run up. I'm just saying. Now I don't want to hurt or shoot nobody, but
It is what it is.
yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I have people to protect. I have
Absolutely.
my wife and my family and my house and all that kind of shit. My life, that kind of stuff. So I have things to protect. So if you put me in a position where it's me or you, best believe it's going to be you. All right, it's going to be you. All right.
Absolutely, as it should be. Because I don't think Brother Xavier's out robbing, stealing, and fucking with people unnecessarily.
Nope.
There you
Nope.
go.
I'm just a regular old blue collar working stiff, that's just trying to live his life. So if you wish to disturb that, that means you're miserable. And you run up, I'm probably going to put you out of your misery. Probably. Yeah, probably. So
Good.
that's
I'm
where we are
perfectly
with that.
fine with it.
Yeah, that's where we at.
And you know what, Brother Xavier? You're black, so you
Yep.
can kill all the black people you want.
Yeah,
Yay!
no one will care.
You
It
can
won't
kill all the black people you want, Brother Xavier. Ain't nobody gonna lift a finger.
Nope.
Ain't nobody gonna give a shit, especially these fucking leftist scum. They're not gonna give a goddamn about how many black people you kill.
And it won't even be on the news.
Hell no. The only black lives that matter are the black lives killed by the white man. That's it, Brother Xavier. You know that.
Oh, absolutely. And y'all niggas.
The enslaved, when you had African descended people rising up for their freedom, the response was, we have got to make a full example of you so that no one who looks like you believes that they have the right to be free. So we see beheadings happening in 1811, in the revolt in 1811 in Louisiana, where they are beheaded and their heads put on spikes to line the road to the plantation as a warning to the enslaved. This is what happens when you believe that you can be free.
This is the Stono Rebellion.
Oh, no, Stono was in South Carolina. So this is the Charles.
So many rebellions.
Right. And this is why you had the slave owners who were afraid, because one of the things is that they knew that this was wrong. They knew that slavery was wrong. When you're looking at the ways that they're talking about slavery, they know that it's wrong, but they're doing it anyway. And so then there's the fear of retribution, that when they get free, they're going to do to us what we have done to them. That is why we have to keep them unarmed and subjugated, because they are inherently dangerous criminal people.
So there are two main contributions to the book. One is surfacing this lost history of the Second Amendment, this other origin story that has really been hiding in plain sight and hasn't been talked about as part of the Second Amendment. The second contribution, I think, though, is the way in which the relationship between African Americans and guns and violence has actually been shaped by the Second Amendment and constitutional history, that, in fact, the social construction of dangerousness is actually originating in this founding period, but we see the repercussions of it to this day. So you begin the book with a discussion of the police murders of Philando Castile and Alton Sterling. These are both men who are shot and killed when they are in lawful possession of firearms. Like they are exercising their Second Amendment rights, and yet they are killed because they are seen to be threatening. Can you say more about that?
Right. So, and actually, it was the killing of Philando Castile that was the genesis for me for this book, because here you have a Black man who was pulled over by the police. The officer asked to see his ID. Philando Castile, following NRA guidelines, alerts the officer that he has a license to carry weapon with him, but he is now reaching for his ID as the officer has asked. The officer begins shooting Philando Castile. So he wasn't threatening the officer. He wasn't brandishing the gun. He hadn't pulled it out, pointing it at anybody. He simply had a license to carry weapon, and he was gunned down. And you got silence from the NRA. Virtual silence. It was only when Black members of the NRA began pushing for the NRA to make a statement. And remember, this is the NRA that had gone just wild with anger about Ruby Ridge and about Waco, calling federal law enforcement jackbooted government thugs. But you get nothing like that when it comes to the killing of Black men, for simply having a weapon, for simply having a gun. Instead, what they said was, well, we believe everybody has the right to bear arms, but we have to wait for the investigation. And it was that sense where then journalists and pundits were saying, well, don't Black people have Second Amendment rights? And I went, Lord, that's a great question. Let me go find out. And that's what had me hunting back into the 17th century and taking us all the way through to see about the right to bear arms, the right to a well-regulated militia, and the right to self-defense.
Open your mind.